Hi, exploring whiskey people.
Before we get to today's review, we want to let everyone know that September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month.
My son Jason was diagnosed with osteosarcoma, a form of bone cancer, at the age of 7 and passed away a little over a year later, actually in the month of September.
So this month we are going to be supporting the St. Jude charity campaign in Jason's honor. Back in July, we did a charity campaign for sarcoma and we were able to raise $100. Our goal with this campaign is to raise $500. If you have the means, we'd appreciate your support in this campaign.
Everyone knows that St. Jude doesn't charge families for treatments, but did you know that they actually have on-staff teachers to help each child not fall behind as they're getting treatments?
Childhood cancer is the #1 disease killer of children in the United States. 1 in 264 children will develop a form of cancer before the age of 20.
We really appreciate any support you could give to this great cause.
Now, on to our whiskey review.
Cheers.
Welcome back, everyone. I'm Eric.
And I'm Kevin, and this is Exploring Whiskey, where we will be reviewing whiskeys from around the world.
Today, we're going to be sampling another Irish whiskey. Previous episode, we sampled Teeling. Today, we are going to be sampling the Proper 12.
So Proper 12, if you aren't aware or a fan of MMA or sports in general, is endorsed, was helped crafted by Conor McGregor, who did UFC, he's done MMA, he's been a champion in, well, at least the 155-pound champion at one point, and actually fought in a boxing match against Floyd Mayweather.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of the primary spokesperson and the main person who is pushing this particular Irish whiskey. Overall, it is a blended whiskey, so this is going to have some single malts, this is going to have some grain whiskeys coming from Ireland, but it is just all kind of blended together and should have some lighter, sweeter notes. It's kind of the feel for it. It is the 80 proof that we tend
to be. The Irish whiskeys and the scotches seem to be the lower proof.
Yep. So, crack that open.
Not a lot of punch on the nose. It's pretty light.
Ooh, yeah, very light. It's kind of, that is a little bit darker than a lot of the colors that you see from most scotches or Irish whiskeys.
Not much on the legs. I don't see a whole lot. But
so I get a little vanilla. I get a little.
I got some honey.
Sweeter, yeah, honey. Ooh, if you get a little deeper in there, there's more of that that grain note, a little bit of grain and malt kind of funk in there. But you gotta kind of dig for that.
It's got a little fruit. I'm trying to pin that down though.
Not sure. Taste it up. Wow, that is light. That is light and fruity.
No burn at all.
No.
None.
No. Super smooth. Very, like the sweet, light flavor to it. Really smooth. That's actually better than I remember the first time I opened that bottle up. That honey follows through.
I get some apples.
Okay. Maybe that's the fruit note on the nose, or I was gonna say, yeah, it's the interesting part. They don't actually say who distills this if you look through the bottle, but in doing a little bit of research, it was kind of an interesting, during the press release for when Proper 12 came out, the quotes that they used were oldest distillery in the world. They actually named the main distiller that was going to be working on it. And
didn't give it away at all.
And that distiller, Bushmills, is really what it ends up being. And yeah, that kind of reminds me of that lighter Irish whiskey,
It's not bad.
which Bushmills does. They have that same kind of note of a lighter Irish whiskey. It doesn't sit there long. So the fact that the oil is so light on this, the body, the mouthfeel just all disappears pretty quickly.
I'd be afraid to put this on ice. The low proof and the just very light.
Served cooler, yes.
Chilled
with
maybe?
Like a one regular ice cube,
Maybe.
not a cube.
Not a big cube at all.
Yeah, that could work. And I feel like we're redundant, but this is something that you can sip on this neat, and it's not overly complex, and it's not going to blow you out. It's not going to burn your taste buds out or any of those kind of things.
Especially if you prefer the sweeter whiskeys. I mean, it's sweet to the nose, sweet to the taste. I mean, the finish all the way through.
I'm getting more of that funk now. That malty, that's not a bad thing. If you like that malt, that Irish malt kind of funk, the grain note. Yeah, I get way more of that where I had to dig for it the very first time because I got so much of that fruit and sweet.
Yeah, I'm still picking up the honey.
Honey is the primary note straight through.
Yeah.
There is some fruit notes. There's maybe a touch of a spice from a grain or something, but it's so minor. It's way down there. Honey and sweetness and fruit sweetness is the primary note, which is really kind of funny because this is such a muted whiskey. And if you've ever seen anything with Conor McGregor, muted is not the right term for him.
No,
he is
not one bit.
Just flamboyant and cocky and great.
You would think be more of a barrel proof.
Almost, yeah. You would think somebody that just punching you upside the head would be kind of the more expectation that you would get from a whiskey like.
Maybe he's working on that.
Maybe he's trying to grow. Yeah, exactly. Overall, very nice. Not materially different than the Teeling. Still kind of those same sweet honey notes. I think a lot of Irish whiskeys kind of go down that path. Jameson might not be one of those. That's a little bit of a different note to most Jamesons, but I haven't had like just straight Jameson for a pretty long time.
The last Jameson I had was the coffee,
which is not.
It's more of a liqueur. The proof on that is 65%, but it's good. But no, yeah, definitely lighter.
At some point, we'll have to do a flavored whiskey. I don't know if that's one episode or a string of episodes, but flavored whiskeys are oddly more popular than I thought they were. There's a lot of people coming out with those peanut butters, those chocolates, coffees. So
I enjoy the peanut butter.
The screwball.
The screwball. That's it. Yep.
It is delicious. It's delicious mixed, but straight up, it's still pretty good.
Yeah.
Overall,
I didn't know what to expect, but this is actually pretty decent.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not overly priced. It's mid-20s for a bottle. You can every once in a while you'll catch a special if.
Which I would think would be the opposite.
He's leading up to a fight
with Conor McGregor. Might be a little.
Yeah. But if he's leading up to a fight, every once in a while you'll catch a special. Like they'll put it on sale right before his fights. So I think that's when I got this was right before his last fight. So, but yeah, it's overall a pretty solid Irish whiskey.
Pretty smooth, pretty sweet all the way through. Again, if you're not big on the Irish whiskeys, this would probably be another one to maybe dip your toes in the water with.
Yeah.
Try it out. But well, we appreciate everyone joining us today for the review of the Proper 12. And if you like what you saw today and want to see more, we ask you to hit the like button at the bottom of the screen.
While you're down there, if you could also subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you get notified every time that we post a new show, and leave a comment. Have you had Proper 12? Is there an Irish whiskey that you really enjoy and you think maybe we should try? Or did we just get you to branch out and buy some Proper 12 and put a couple shekels in McGregor's pocket?
Which we hope you do.
Absolutely.
All right. See you next time.
Cheers.